Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the world of coins, collectibles. The 2022 Wilma Mankiller Quarter is one of the standout coins from the American Women Quarters program, a modern U.S. series honoring influential women who shaped American history. This specific design celebrates Wilma Mankiller, the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, whose leadership and courage made her an icon of empowerment and resilience. Because this coin is the first major tribute to her on U.S. currency, collectors pay special attention to it, especially coins struck in excellent condition at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a bold P. While millions of these quarters were minted for everyday use, the excitement around them comes from a mix of historical importance, design uniqueness, and emerging collector demand. In the early years of a new coin series, certain varieties, errors, or high-grade examples can rise sharply in value. That's exactly why collectors hunt for perfect surfaces, strong strikes, and unusual imperfections that can turn an ordinary quarter into a desirable treasure. The coin shows Wilma Mankiller facing forward with confidence, wearing a traditional shawl that symbolizes Cherokee culture and pride. The inscriptions highlight her name, her role, and the values she lived by. The reverse side of the quarter is just as eye-catching, featuring the copper edge that collectors often inspect carefully because the trim and finish help identify grading quality and authenticity. Coins from a Philadelphia Mint sometimes carry subtle differences in strike sharpness and surface texture compared to those from Denver or San Francisco. This is why collectors keep a close eye on the P Mint mark, hoping to find a coin with minimal scratches, clean rims, and strong detail in Wilma Mankiller's facial features and clothing. These seemingly small differences can greatly influence value. One thing that makes the 2022 Wilma Mankiller Quarter interesting is a variety of errors reported by collectors who examine coins fresh from circulation. While not all error claims turn out to be rare, genuine mistakes like die chips, double letters, or unusual cracks can increase the desirability of a coin dramatically. When an error is visually clear, unique, and uncommon, value tends to rise. High-grade examples of the 2022 Quarter, especially those professionally graded, attract attention because new coin series often experience early waves of collector excitement. When a coin earns a perfect or near-perfect grade, it instantly becomes more valuable than ordinary circulated pieces. That's why people search their pocket change and rolls from the bank. The chance of finding a flawless coin before it gets scratched is highest in the year it is released. Although the majority of these quarters are worth face value, the most valuable ones usually fall into three categories: flawless mint state coins, major mint errors, and early die varieties with unique characteristics. These standout coins don't just appeal to collectors. They also build excitement among everyday people who happen to find them unexpectedly. The emotional power of coins like the Wilma Mankiller Quarter comes from the stories behind them. Collecting is not only about money, it's also about history you can hold in your hand. Every detail on this coin connects to the timeless legacy of a woman who fought fearlessly for equality, education, and the rights of her people. That sense of meaning is what makes collectors value such coins more deeply. Even if a coin does not sell for life-changing amounts, having a piece of history like this can spark someone's interest in numismatics, a hobby that brings people together, teaches patience, and helps preserve culture. Many valuable collections today started with a single interesting quarter found in change, proving that small discoveries can inspire big passions. As years pass, certain modern coins become more valuable simply because they remain in excellent condition while others get worn down. If your 2022 Wilma Mankiller Quarter has clean surfaces, strong luster, and no major scratches, it's worth keeping safe. Perfect condition coins often rise in value as the series matures, and more collectors begin seeking early series examples. Another reason this coin attracts attention is the growing interest in the American Women Quarters program as a whole. Collectors often try to complete full sets, and when a series becomes popular, the earliest releases often become the most sought after. The Wilma Mankiller Quarter is only the third issue in the entire program, giving it a special role in future collections. So while you may not become a billionaire overnight, owning a 2022 Wilma Mankiller Quarter, especially a clean, well-preserved one, is still meaningful. It's a symbol of history, leadership, and cultural respect. It might gain value over time if it's a high-grade or error example, and even if not, it remains a powerful story in metal form. Taking care of it ensures that its legacy and Wilma Mankiller's legacy continues into the future. The next up top to imagine holding a small piece of history in your hand, a coin that represents art, poetry, courage, and a new chapter in the United States Mint's journey. The 2022 Maya Angelou Quarter is exactly that, the very first coin released under the American Women Quarters program. Even though it's modern, this coin carries a powerful story that collectors around the world pay close attention to. The Maya Angelou Quarter was released to honor one of America's most influential poets, authors, and civil rights icons. Her voice changed generations, and the United States chose to immortalize her on the quarter for the first time ever. When people talk about modern coins that stand out, this quarter always takes its place near the top. Now, the 2022 D version, the one with the D Mint mark, was struck at the Denver Mint. This mint is known for releasing billions of circulating coins every year, but only a fraction of them come out with special qualities that collectors search for. That's why certain 2022 Maya Angelou quarters can become surprisingly valuable. Most regular 2022 D quarters found in pocket change are common, but what sets the valuable ones apart are rare mistakes called mint errors. Errors happen when machines slip, planchets misfeed, or dies strike coins in unusual ways. These mistakes turn an ordinary 25-cent piece into a collectible that buyers will pay high prices for, sometimes hundreds or thousands, depending on error. Some collectors have discovered examples with dramatic die breaks, double designs, or off-center strikes. These are not everyday finds, and when one appears, it immediately grabs attention in the coin community. This is where the excitement begins. Anyone could randomly stumble onto one. While the coin is not worth millions of dollars, the thrill of discovering a rare error gives people hope. Imagine finding a coin in good condition, its copper edge still clean, its surfaces shining, then realizing that the flaw in its design could make it extremely desirable to a collector or auction house. The Maya Angelou Quarter also stands out because of its artwork. On the reverse side, Maya Angelou lifts her arms toward a rising sun, symbolizing her strength and inspiration. The pose captures her spirit, bold, free, and unforgettable. This design is one reason collectors keep these quarters even when they aren't rare. The obverse side features a portrait of George Washington, updated with new left-facing look by sculptor Laura Garden Fraser. This was actually the original design created nearly a century ago, but it was used for the first time in 2022. That adds another layer of historical value. One of the fascinating things about this coin is how quickly it captured public interest. People who never collected coins before suddenly wanted the American Women Quarters, especially the first one, Maya Angelou. The 2022 D became a symbol of the program's beginning. Good condition examples, especially those kept safe since the very first release, can be worth more than face value. Higher grade pieces certified by coin grading companies sometimes reach strong prices because modern coins rarely survive flawless straight from circulation. There's also an emotional value attached to the coin. Maya Angelou inspired millions through her poems and speeches, and holding this quarter feels like carrying a piece of her legacy. Collectors often keep the coin not only for potential value, but also for meaning behind the woman it honors. So if you have a 2022 Maya Angelou quarter in good condition, treat it with care. It may not make anyone a billionaire overnight, but it does have historical weight, collector interest, and the potential to be worth more if it contains a rare error or remains in excellent shape. In the world of coins, sometimes the true value is a story that lives inside the metal, and this quarter carries one of the richest stories of all. The next up top three, the 2022 Dr. Sally Ride Quarter from the American Women Quarters program, is one of the most talked about modern coins because it honors a true American pioneer. Sally Ride was the first American woman in space, and the U.S. Mint chose to celebrate her legacy with a design that instantly caught the attention of collectors around the world. When people first saw the image of Ride looking out from the spacecraft window, the coin created a spark of excitement far beyond normal pocket change. This quarter became not just a piece of currency, but a symbol of history, science, courage, and inspiration. Many collectors love this coin because it marks the beginning of a new era in U.S. coin programs. The American Women Quarter series spotlighted great women from history, and Sally Ride's coin quickly stood out as one of the favorites. Even in ordinary circulation, people were eager to check every quarter they received, hoping to find a shiny 2022 Sally Ride design. The coin became an everyday reminder of how one person's achievements can leave a mark across generations. While most 2022 Sally Ride quarters are common, the excitement often comes from rare errors, misstrikes, and coins preserved in high grades. Collectors have always loved the thrill of discovering a mistake made during minting. A small defect can turn a simple coin into something truly valuable. That is why people say things like, "This coin can change your fortune overnight." Not because every coin is worth millions, but because a rare error combined with high demand can create surprising prices in the collecting world. This quarter was minted in different locations, and each mint mark adds its own story. Whether the coin carries a P for Philadelphia or a D for Denver, collectors study each one closely. When a coin with sharp details, original shine, and untouched surfaces appears, it can stand out dramatically from the rest. Collectors call this mint state, and coins in this condition can jump far above face value. The better the condition, the more market respect the coin earns. The copper-nickel layers on these quarters give them that classic American coin look. When the edges remain bright and the coin has not been damaged or scratched, it becomes even more desirable. A clean, smooth copper side can tell a story of how well the coin was preserved. Even though these quarters circulated in great numbers, finding one that still looks almost new is becoming harder each year, which increases interest among collectors. Part of the charm of Dr. Sally Ride's quarter is the meaning behind it. Ride was not only an astronaut, but also a physicist and an advocate for science education. People who collect the coin see it as more than metal. It represents her mission to encourage young people, especially girls, to explore the world of science. A coin with such emotional and historical weight often gains special attention, turning it into a favorite bowl for new collectors and experienced experts. There have been real auction moments where certain error versions of the Sally Ride quarter sold for impressive amounts. These cases create the unbelievable stories that spread across social media and make people dream of discovering a rare one in their pocket. While not every coin reaches enormous prices, the possibility adds excitement. The thrill of the unknown is what keeps collectors searching every day. Some of the rarest versions of this coin show unusual die cracks, doubled images, off-center strikes, or dramatic minting mistakes. These errors didn't happen often, making them naturally rare. When a collector finds one, it feels like discovering a hidden treasure. The coin suddenly becomes more than a quarter. It becomes a piece of minting history, a freeze frame of the exact moment something unique took place on the production line. High-grade Sally Ride quarters graded by professional services can also bring value because they prove the coin survived in pristine condition. The grading system goes all the way up to MS 70, which means perfection. Even though most coins never reach that level, anything in the upper range can draw strong interest from experts who want only the finest examples of modern designs. In today's market, such coins can sell far above their original worth. Collectors also love the deeper meaning behind the reverse design. Sally Ride's calm expression as she looks through the spacecraft window represents hope, curiosity, and human progress. People say that this quarter feels like holding a piece of American space history in your hands. Coins that carry emotion, storytelling, and national pride often remain in demand for years, and this one is no exception. Even though this coin won't instantly make someone a billionaire, the real fortune lies in understanding what makes a coin special. Knowledge, patience, and passion can turn a simple hobby into something meaningful. When you find a rare error or a high-quality piece, it can indeed bring impressive value, but the true magic is in the journey of searching, collecting, and learning. The 2022 Dr. Sally Ride quarter is already considered one of the standout coins of its time. Its design, its symbolism, and its connection to a trailblazing figure all work together to make it unforgettable. As years pass, more people will appreciate its importance, and well-preserved or rare versions will continue to rise in value. This coin is not just money. It is history, inspiration, science, and national pride captured within a small, shining circle. The next up top for in the huge world of American coin collecting, Some coins look ordinary at first glance, but when you dig deeper, their history, meaning, and rare errors make them treasures. One such coin is the 2022 Nina Otero-Warren Quarter, a proud part of the American Women Quarters program, created to honor women whose courage reshaped the United States. This coin celebrates Nina Otero-Warren, a powerful leader in the movement for women's voting rights, especially for Hispanic and Mexican-American women in New Mexico. Her legacy wasn't just political. It was cultural, educational, and deeply inspiring. Holding this quarter is like holding a piece of American courage in your hand. The obverse side, showing George Washington, carries the classic United States style in copper nickel with a P mint mark for the Philadelphia Mint. Even though millions were produced, only a small number survive today in truly high-grade condition, which is where collectors begin paying serious attention. On the reverse, Nina stands strong and determined, with the Spanish words Voto para la mujer behind her, a symbol of her fight to include Spanish-speaking women in the suffrage movement. This message makes the coin one of the most meaningful designs in the entire program. Most people think modern coins have no value beyond 25 cents, but collectors know the truth. Condition, grade, rarity of errors, and demand can turn a simple quarter into a valuable collectible. That's why people carefully examine 2022 quarters. Some rare errors have shocked collectors. For the Nina Otero-Warren Quarter, the most valuable examples are those found in MS 67 or MS 68 grade, basically near-perfect coins with no scratches, spots, or wear. These ultra-clean coins are extremely hard to find in everyday circulation, which is why collectors pay more for them. The Philadelphia Mint coins are known to have slight strikes, so a perfect 2022 P quarter stands out. While most circulated coins are worth face value, a flawless uncirculated one can reach premium value, especially if certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Some collectors also search for mint errors, things like off-center strikes, retained die breaks, doubling on the letters, or die chips on the portrait. Genuine errors can make a coin worth far more than normal, depending on how dramatic and noticeable a flaw is. Although internet rumors claim these coins are worth millions, the truth is simpler. No modern U.S. quarter has sold for millions of dollars. But a rare error or high-grade example of the Nina Otero-Warren Quarter can still bring surprising value on the collector's market, sometimes reaching into the tens or hundreds of dollars, depending on condition. The excitement around this coin isn't just about money, it's about history. Collectors love having coins that tell a real story, and Nina's story is one of determination, leadership, and groundbreaking victory. Her presence on the quarter brings that history into the hands of the public. For anyone who finds one of these coins in beautiful condition, it's always smart to protect it. Even small scratches can drop the value. Keeping it in a safe sleeve, avoiding handling it with bare fingers, and showing it to a knowledgeable collector can help you understand what you truly have. So, while this coin won't make anyone a billionaire overnight, its real worth lies in its meaning, rarity, and top condition, and the thrill of discovering a piece of American history. The 2022 Nina Otero-Warren Quarter stands proudly among modern collectibles. Beautiful, symbolic, and cherished by coin lovers everywhere.